Okay. We actually finished everything that we need to finish. It's just a matter of practice. Is that correct? So we need to practice. So I thought we would start out today with a little review. Actually, I had a quiz ready for you. It looked just like this. Just like this. And I said, well, if I really cared about you, I'd give you that quiz right now. Okay, don't care about me so much. No. What I like to do, though, if you want, I can do that. Or I can have two volunteers to come up here and do a battle royale to see how far they can get on here. So which one? Which one do you? Two volunteers, or I hand you out the quiz? Hey, I need two volunteers. Bring your own pen. Bring your own pen. All right, so here we go. All right,
Sam, you need your own pen.
All right, EJ, pick a number between 1 and 5. 4, and what do you want?
2.
It was 5. Okay, now you get a choice. You can go first or second.
I will go. There's 35.
If you go first, you get to write the first one now.
I'll go first.
Okay. All right. Here's what we're doing, all right? You're going to write, and I'm hoping to get past 25, okay? I'm hoping, because that's what the quiz said. It said write down 25 polyatomic ions. So I'm hoping that if you guys get past 25, it was worth me not giving the quiz, okay? So, all right, you start. You're going to write it down, and you write the symbol, and then say it. Okay, now, do you understand what I mean? Like,
So I'm gonna say what it is and then write the symbol.
yes, and you put it in the right color. And make sure you have a charge on
Oh
it.
gosh, a lot of pressure here.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna start with phosphate, which is, if I can write, P-O.
They got $2 on EJ.
Now, wait a minute. Even though you put it in the right column, it's incorrect to not put the charge, and that's the only warning I'm going to give you. One more time. You do have to put the charge on there, otherwise it looks like a compound. Is that correct?
Yeah.
It's not
Even
a
though it's
compound.
under the -3 column.
Yes, you have to do that.
Yikes.
They just say, you write it down, and you say phosphate, and now it's Tim's turn.
Okay. Oh, what's it?
And there is a strategy to this game. Go ahead.
It's coming whatever I said.
Okay, no help,
Yeah.
no help, no help.
Phosphite.
Okay, let's straighten the paper back up. Next.
Winner has to vote.
All right.
What?
The winner.
Crap.
Winner.
Okay, that works. All right.
Okay, hold on. Wait, we're supposed to go pretty fast.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, we'll do NH4, which is ammonium.
Nope.
And mercury to
Correct.
We'll do hydrogen phosphate.
Love that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. It's easy for me to remember. I don't know why.
wait. Yeah. Dihydrogen phosphate.
Oh, he's playing his mind now.
What am I gonna do?
He was definitely.
All
Now,
right.
wait. What's this thing?
Oh.
That says, he's got it right.
All right, that's
Do you want me
strike
to?
one. Wait a minute, I'll give you 3 strikes. That's strike one. It has to be H2PO4.
Oh, right.
All right, strike one. You get 3
I didn't
strikes
mean
and
to,
you're out.
I meant to put it.
All right.
Nitrate.
Wait, you're not gonna put the O's on there?
Hey,
Put O4
just
in there.
like cross out.
Okay, what do you have, EJ?
Nitrate.
All right, let's strike one against you.
That's
I
not
cross that
right.
out. Cross that out.
And that's
No, stay there.
-1.
Because you gotta put the charge on it.
No, wait. No, I give him a warning. I give, cross that
What do I
last
do?
one out.
Yeah. It's
Wait,
that's.
Wait, in here.
It's important to have.
All right, you each have 1 strike. All right, your turn.
So wait, can I put it in the right one?
It's your turn.
Go.
Would I be? Would
It's
I?
your turn.
Okay.
No pressure.
Night. Yeah, nitrite. Wait, no crap. That's nitrate. Nitrite.
You trust it.
What do you say?
NO2 minus
I see
1.
that, what is it?
Nitrite.
That's correct.
Okay, so then this one should have been nitrate.
Yeah.
Sorry,
What do you got?
nitrate.
Correct.
Then your mask is
My what?
Your mask is upside down.
That's all right.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
People watching the video are
Okay.
Australian.
Someone put hypochlorate.
This is supposed to be a fast-paced game. What do you got? What
You chose the wrong.
do you got?
Hypochlorate.
That's strike two. That's
Who's
strike
got
two.
it? So then I've got is it
I can't
hypochlorite?
hear. I can't hear.
Yeah, so I've got chloride.
What is it?
Chlorite,
One more time?
ClOH. I can't do an I. Chlorite.
Correct. Okay, that's correct.
This
Yeah, I know,
it's
just-
teamwork. It's not a
Work together against Mr.
competition. Okay.
Neither of them won. Both of them.
Chlorate.
That's correct.
Yeah, well, I know what it is. I'm just thinking like, mix it up now.
We're trying to get through it.
All right. Perchlorate.
Correct.
Then we got nitrate. I'll just do acetate. Acetate, and that's. Wait, no. Is that right?
What are you gonna call it?
Acetate.
Cross that out. All right, strike three. I need another person go up there. Another person go up. That's
TJ,
three
Fortnite
strikes.
dance.
What?
Fortnite dance.
I refuse.
All right, another person go up there. Remember they, 2, 3, 2.
I can just.
Acetate, keep going.
Okay. Chromate. And then dichromate. I wanna
Correct, correct.
I'm thinking, 1 sec. Sulfate. Sulfite. Oh, sorry. Hydrogen sulfite is -1.
Okay.
Just thinking out loud here, sorry. And then hydrogen sulfite.
All right, now, that would be strike two. Those are not -2s.
I'm sorry.
They used to be -2s, you put a hydrogen
Minus
on, they're
one.
-1s.
My bad.
All right, keep going. I always think of there were 2 -1s that they named wrong, I think. They shouldn't have named them that way. I always think of them together.
Well, I don't remember, so we're just gonna. Carbonate's -2.
Okay.
Can't even see now. You guys want to help me out here? How many O's are there?
Three.
Okay.
What's that called?
Carbonate. And there's bicarbonate, which is -1.
Yeah, when he stops. Yeah.
Do like the thio one.
Oh yeah. something.
These are the poisons.
Now, of the 35, I had a quiz day and said write 25. So let's see how many you have so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 21, 22. So about 22 or 23, right? So, and he's the one who volunteered.
There's a minus 2, minus 1, I don't
And
remember.
you do, you like to write your ends like that, you do need to write as capital N. And then there's another one that, ends in I.
I
They
draw
shouldn't.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Why'd you go up there?
'Cause no one was willing to do anything.
All right, now, let's, when you think you're done, just ask people to help you out a little bit.
Peroxide.
Okay, not done.
Permanganate is minus 1? Yeah? Okay.
Say, permanganate. That's it.
Yeah, I don't remember that one. Give me a sec, hold on, I'm thinking back to yesterday. Any help?
I'm just
Any help
thinking
here?
out now, if you knew this many, that was great. Okay, if you knew this
Oh,
many,
yeah,
that's great.
silicate.
Anybody
SiO2.
remember any others?
Bromate.
All right, go ahead and tell them what it is.
I have BR. It's a minus 1. BR. I think it's O something.
Nice.
There's up.
You can look, you can look.
There's 3 O's.
Yeah, all right, that's right, BR3, nice one.
Shots over there.
Anybody else remember one?
That's minus 2, right?
Anybody?
That's,
Say it again? What's the charge? Okay. Silicate,
what is that one?
S2O3 and it's minus 2. Bromate
There, there.
wait, what's that one?
Thiosulfate.
Okay.
Anybody else?
We have mercury, it's actually mercury 1.
So that's
Mercury
CN
1 is HC2 plus 2.
Minus 1 is SC.
Okay.
I can't see what you're writing, sorry. If you pull the camera up, there you go. Okay, what's that one?
Thiocyanide.
And even though you like writing names
Cyanate.
like that, you wanna make sure it looks like a capital N.
Okay, well, to me that's the capital one, so I'm sorry that it doesn't fit yours.
All right, what's that one called again?
Thiocyanide, cyanate.
And you know, again, they called it one cyanide, and then this was, they called thiocyanate. So they really should have called the first one cyanate. They did.
Yeah, what is
Oh,
oxalate?
oxalate.
I couldn't remember what the formula was.
You know, I have trouble with that one because there's nothing reminds me of oxalate with, it's got carbon and oxygen, right? That's the only thing that reminds me, what is it?
C2O4,
And what's the charge?
the negative.
Okay. C2O4? Alright, can't remember if was there another one? Is that it? That's pretty close, isn't it? What do you think? How they have left out? How you doing on these?
30.
Alright, good job, alright.
30.
Well, if you have a test on Thursday and you can tell that knowing your polyatomic ions, that's going to be, you have to know them, don't you? You have to. Yesterday, we went over type 4 and type 5. We're going to go over that one more time. And let's talk about how to name acids. So in your mind, you say, well, in the inorganic world, we'll have another section later called organic chemistry, but in the inorganic world, the acids, when you put them in water, they're going to release one or more of these guys here. So the star of the show is the hydrogen. You get that? So all these acids are going to be written with hydrogen first. Again, the only two that I know of that start with hydrogen that are not acids are these two. These are not acids. See that? But now here we go. Ready? We're ready to do acids. First of all, if you're an acid and you do not have no oxygen, there's no oxygen in you at all, then what I would do is use this as my example. I just remember if I can name that, I can name any acid that has no oxygen. So what's the name of this guy? Hydro, and then chloric, and notice it ends in ic, there you go, and then acid. And so, ready? Everybody should name, you should be able to name this one, you can name this one, you can name this one, oops, that's F. You can name this one. Okay, what are the names of those? Hydroiodic, hydrobromic, hydrosulfuric. Okay, everybody get that? That's pretty easy. Now, what if you have an acid that is called an oxyacid? That means it does have oxygen, right? Then it's just a matter of what's the polyatomic in there. And so my example would be something like this. Here's one, and here's one. So really, if I just use these as my examples, I know how to name all of them. So here's an oxyacid, and the polyatomic ends in 8. So it just becomes a plain old ic acid, doesn't it? And so it's called nitric acid. Okay, and then this guy ends in ite, and so nitrous acid. And again, if you want to use that memory trick that we did with the, remember the type 3 or type 2? You could say, well, you have more oxygens. You're the big icky, so you're the big icky nitric acid. You could do that as a memory trick if you want to do that. What do you think? So, all right, so let's do one. What if I said, what's the formula for phosphorus acid? Write that down. Try it. What's the formula for phosphorus acid? All right, here's 3. Phosphorus acid, hydrocyanic acid, and hypochlorous acid. See if you can get all 3 of those right. If you can get all 3 of those right, that's pretty good. You're way up there. So one more time, phosphorus acid, hydrocyanic acid, and hypochlorous acid. If you get these 3 right, I think you're well on your way. You got this. You done already? That's good. Alex, you get to choose any one you want. Which one do you want to show off with?
I'll do hydrocyanic.
Wow, okay. How do you do it?
HC.
And cyanide was -1, hydrogen is +1, so that is a compound. That's correct. Very good. Who else is ready to show off? Yes, Carson.
H.
Which one are you doing?
Hypochlorous.
Ooh, chlorus, hypochlorous.
HClO.
ClO, okay. First of all, hypochlorite must have been the hypochlorous acid, right? Hypochlorite is this one with a -1 charge, is that right? And hydrogen has a +1 charge. That looks good. Hypochlorous acid. Yes, you want to do one?
Phosphorus acid
Phosphorus,
is hydrogen 3 pH 3.
PO what?
PO3.
Very, man, you guys are impressive. It's impressive. There's no way I could have done this in high school. I wasn't taught this way either, but I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it in college. Anyway, it's kind of weird, you know, you don't get something in high school, and then sometimes you go to college and say, well, I know you have this. I know you know this. No, maybe I don't. Anyway, that's why. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I don't think you would have done well on the quiz. Is that correct? But do you understand? If you don't know these, you're going to mess up on asses too, aren't you? So you got to do it. You say, I got to do it. The last thing we studied was type 5, which I think is the easiest. But when do you, it's the only time you look at subscripts to name it, is that correct? And it's only used for non-metal binaries. Yes?
That is Richard.
Yeah. It's only used for non-metal binaries, so I'll just make one up. P2Cl3. I just made it up, okay? I'm not sure if that exists. But it's non-metal and non-metal, and it must be molecular. Must be a covalent bond, because it's non-metal. And wow, finally, I get to look at the subscripts and name it. Other than that, don't look at the subscripts and name it. Get it? All right, so what are you going to call this one? And the rule is you don't use mono for the first element, but you would use it for the second. All right, go ahead.
Diphosphorus trichloride.
What do you think? Let's do another one. You want to do another one? Oh, that's all right. All right, you ready? Gabby, you want to do another one? You want to do this one?
Yeah.
What? How do you say that?
Nitrogen.
No, you don't want to do one?
Oh, no.
No? Do you want to do no?
He's thinking, okay.
All right, go ahead.
No.
Do you want to do this one?
Yes. Nitrogen monoxide.
Nitrogen, and you're right. I do have to say monoxide, right? Not monooxide, but what?
Monoxide.
Excellent. Excellent.
Why does there need to be, actually this is a dumb question because there's not really an answer for it, but I was gonna ask like, why does there need to be a prefix for one?
Like chemists, for example, are actually minimalist. That's really It's not, a lot of people say it's H2O. It's not. It's H2O1. It's not two O's. So, but they don't want to say H2O1. If it was more than one, I'd tell you, wouldn't it? I put the O. How many is there? There has to be at least one. And so I think their thinking is, I'm not going to say H2O1, and I'm not going to say what? Monocarbon monoxide. See that? Not for the first element. So somebody made a decision. That's a good question. I don't think it's a bad question at all. I don't know why. They said I know they're minimalist. And so if I say carbon oxide, that's not going to work. Carbon monoxide, that'll work. Do I really need to do monocarbon? No, I don't have to. You get the point.
Yeah.
So I wasn't there, but that's a good question. I think they decided I'm not saying that. I'm not saying monocarbon monoxide. Okay. Just like they probably said, I'm not saying monooxide. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say pentaoxide. I'm going to say pentoxide. All right, what do you think? Wow, these guys are good. Now, here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to play some games for the rest of the period, and then we'll also, don't forget your homework, right? So it's not due till Thursday, right? Not due till Thursday, but what we do is practice. We need to practice. And so really the rest of the time, they're going to be practicing, okay? See you night. Good night.